was talking to a client of ours in Georgia the other day, and I want to share with you how to 3x the number of reviews you're getting online on Google, Facebook, Yelp, all the above.
This isn't just any podcast. This is your secret weapon for dominating the market.
This is the Restoration Marketing Secrets Podcast, and this is your host, Sean McMean.
Welcome to episode 4 of Restoration Marketing Secrets with your host, Sean McMean here. Today, I want to talk about Google reviews. One of the things that are critically important for your online success, for your damage restoration or home service business, is your online review profile. Many of us know we have to do it. We either don't do it, which is the one critical mistake. We're afraid to do it because we don't want to get a negative review. Or you are doing it and people aren't actually submitting the reviews, or when they do submit the reviews, they are not showing on your profile. So let's talk everything about Google reviews. And number one, why is it important? Well, it's important because it gives you social proof. What is social proof? That's basically the Amazon effect. Think about it. If you've ever gone out online and purchased something from Amazon or another e-commerce store, how many of us have purchased something that had no reviews or negative reviews? Not very common, right? You're not going to buy something that doesn't have positive feedback or any feedback at all. And that goes the same way with your damage restoration business. Now, when a homeowner or business is in emergency, they're looking for somebody, they're going to go to, the plumber, they're going to go to the insurance company, they're going to search online for it. And believe it or not, they're going to look at those star reviews, whether you're in Google Local Services, whether you're in Google Maps, whether they're listed on your website. And if you don't have the reviews, or if your competitor has a higher rating than you, or they have more rating than you, they're going to choose them just from natural. They've been trained to do this. And it goes back to the Amazon effect, right? They've been trained to do this with other platforms. And so it is critically important that you have a review generation strategy for not only your restoration business, but your team members on your team. They know how important it is for the success of your business. Not only online, but when somebody just comes and searches for your brand, it is critically important. And so many of us decide, yeah, I know it's important, but I don't have a process or system in place within my business to collect that review. So let's talk about that, the process of collecting a review. Number one, it all starts with accepting the fact that you need to be doing this. And if you're not, you need to make a change immediately. Okay, so that's the first thing. The other thing is, don't just say we need to do it. Actually put in a system and process to be able to do this. So I get asked all the time, well, when do I ask for that review? After the job's done? No, the first time to ask for that review is when they give you a compliment. Let's say you show up there on time or early and you help them right then and there and they say thank you. Amazing. Clearly, it's not the best time if their basement's flooded, to ask them for a review right then and there, but you need to do it as soon as possible after that. And they give you that positive compliment, right? Another thing that some of the restoration owners that I've spoken to, they've done in the past is ask them for the review when they sign the contract, right? Have your iPad there, or have them pull up their phone. You can put some sort of incentives in there for that review to be submitted. Now, again, it's against Google's policy to pay somebody for a review, but you can get creative with these things and still stay in their review policy. The first thing is you have to have that system in place in order to collect that review, and your team know that it is just as important as doing the job and collecting the check is getting the review, just as important. So there's multiple ways of being able to collect that or asking for the reviews. And one of the most successful ways of doing that is if you don't do that in person, if you don't have the opportunity to collect that review in person, is sending a text message, sending multiple text messages, and having a text message that goes to the homeowner or the business owner or the person you're asking the review for and say, hey, I need your help. That's how you lead to ask for a review. Most people nowadays, they want to help people, right? You want to be helpful as a just a human being, right? And so you lead with that premise when you're asking for a review. Hey, we want to help other homeowners just like you, and the best way you can do that is by submitting a review for us online. That is a much more efficient way, a much better way of asking for a review, other than saying, hey, can you just submit a review for me online? Right? So there's there's how you ask for it versus, how you ask for it is just as important as just asking for it. And so text message is great. Emails, it used to be, think of how many emails you guys get, right? Think how many emails you guys and gals get, and in your personal experience, email just doesn't work as well. You can certainly do it. Here's the key on the email. If you're going to ask for a Google review, you need to be sending it to people with an @Gmail address. And the reason why is because in order to submit a review on Google, you have to have a Google account. And it's a no-brainer for anybody that has a Gmail address. They already have a Google account, and it's super easy for them. So what you do is you email them, you text them, and if you text it, more than likely that Google account is connected on their phone, and it makes it super easy for them to submit that review. Now, the other point of this is, what do they say in the review? You can't keyword stuff anymore. You can't throw in there all of your services and all of those things. It has to be natural, right? It has to be natural. And so when you ask for a review, obviously the helpful side of things is important, but let them know that include in there the service that we did and where we did it. Are you located in X location, right? Are you located in Chicago? And so some of that review might be coaching them a little bit by saying, hey, we had our basement flooded, our home's in Chicago, and damage restoration company came out and helped us out, right? Make it be natural and not keyword stuff, because typically what will happen is we see a lot of times, that we asked for the review, they said they submitted a review, but you don't see it on your profile. Google is being very, very strict on these Google reviews nowadays because too many people are spamming them or putting fake reviews out there. And so don't make it natural. Make it a natural situation, and don't coach too much on it when you're asking for the review. Don't keyword stuff, and those are the things that are going to get flagged, and they're not going to post. Let's talk about. Yes, I've asked for the review. They said they reposted the review, and it's not out there. Well, typically what's happening nowadays is if that person hasn't ever submitted a review, or if they haven't submitted a review in a long time, these reviews seem to be not posting as frequently, and they'll, I call it like they're sitting like a sandbox, or Google's not going to post it for because they don't necessarily trust the review or the review profile, and maybe they don't use their Google account, or they just signed up for the account, and it looks a little suspicious. So there's nothing you can really do for that or to prevent that, but just be aware that don't let that stop you from requesting reviews. You need to be doing them consistently each and every week. You can ask for reviews from clients. You can ask reviews for business partners. Somebody can submit a review for you because they recommended and they know you as from a networking group. Those are all legitimate reasons for asking reviews for your company, and they can just recommend you as a company. They don't necessarily have to be a customer or client of yours. So be consistent with it, and don't ask for 10 reviews in one day and then stop asking reviews for months. That's one of the things that we see is critical right now is reviews have an impact on your Google Maps listing. They had an impact on your Google local service ads or Google guaranteed listing. And then include those reviews on your website. One of the things that I see missing on a lot of websites is reviews about your company from your online profiles. And those reviews can be pulled in. There's multiple tools out there that can be pulled in to let those reviews show on your profile. And there's some other technical things called schema review and all of these things that are important. If you want to look it up and find all those details, you can do that. But having reviews on your website is just like the Amazon effect. When you go out and you were to maybe going to purchase something on Amazon, they give you that social proof, and they give you looking for those yellow stars. Their eyes are trained to them, and they're captured, right? Who doesn't like to get that gold star when you were a kid in school, right? I've got 4 kids myself, and they come home with these stickers all the time, and of course one of my youngest kids, Haley, she put stickers all over our dishwashing machine, and pain in that butt right there for sure. But the gold star is critically important to growing your business. So put in a system and process to collect them on a regular basis, and I promise you it will have an impact over time, and you will get more jobs just because you're implementing this strategy. Whether you're doing only 1 or 2 jobs a week now, or whether you're doing 20 or 30 jobs a week now, reviews are a critical component of growing the brand of your damage restoration business. And so take action, put in those systems and process, and by all means, just ask for the reviews, and you will see a difference over time. So that's it for this episode. Thanks again for following along on this journey. Hopefully this was helpful. Like and follow. Thanks.
You've been listening to the Restoration Marketing Secrets Podcast. Sean's not here to just talk the talk. He's walked the walk. With a track record of helping over 70 damage restoration companies and engaging in over 500 conversations with industry owners, he's seen it all. From digital marketing triumphs to the most ingenious growth hacks, he's got the keys to the kingdom, and he's sharing them with you. We hope you've enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to like, rate, and review. We'll be back soon. But in the meantime, for more, hit the website at restorationmarketing.com. See you next time on the Restoration Marketing Secrets Podcast.